For the longest time, I never thought I'd be the kind of person who actually looked forward to getting in the pool. I mean, let's be honest, swimming isn't always the easiest thing to commit to. You've got to, just to change clothes, you got to get wet. And then of course, you've got to deal with the whole drying off situation afterward. And, for someone like me who has dealt with weight issues, there's also that voice in the back of your head about being self-conscious. But here's where I reached the point where I just said, screw it, this is my health. I can't keep living my life worried about what other people might think when I take off my shirt or step into the water. At the end of the day, none of those people are living in my body. None of them know what it feels like to carry this extra weight every day, to wake up and feel your knees ache before you've even had breakfast, or to struggle through another walk because your feet are on fire. I realize that if I let my fear of judgment stop me, I'd just be hurting myself. So I made the decision to take the plunge, literally, and incorporate swimming into my fitness journey. And let me say this right up front, just so it's clear. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fitness trainer. I'm not some certified expert. Everything I'm sharing here is just my own personal journey, what I've been experiencing, and how it's helping me. So if you're watching this and thinking about doing the same, always do what feels right for you and talk to a professional if you need guidance. But I do think that what I've experienced is worth sharing, because swimming has been one of the most surprising and rewarding things I've tried so far. When I started my journey, walking was the cornerstone. Every single day, I'd lace up my sneakers and get out there, putting in the steps, building up my endurance, and trying to move a little more than the day before. Walking works. It's simple, it's accessible, and it's one of the most underrated tools for weight loss. But here's the thing. Walking isn't without its complications, especially when you're heavier. Over time, my body started to show me where it was struggling. My feet would burn, my hips would ache, my knees would feel like they had just been put through a grinder. I kept at it because I knew the benefits outweighed the discomfort. But the truth is, walking every single day when you're overweight does come with wear and tear. That's why swimming has been such a revelation. It gives me the best of both worlds. I still get that elevated heart rate and that feeling of pushing my body, but without the same level of pain and strain. I feel really blessed to live in a closed community, a gated neighborhood where there's a pool available for residents. And not just a tiny pool either. It's long enough that I can do real laps back and forth and actually feel like I'm putting in serious work. The fact that I can walk outside and have access to it any day of the week at any hour is something I don't take for granted. For a long time, I didn't use it. I'd see it there sparkling in the sun, and I'd tell myself I'd get around to it one day. But once I finally started adding swimming to my routine, I realized how much of a gift it really is. The very first time I tried to swim laps after a walk, I wasn't expecting much. In my mind, I figured I'd just splash around a little, maybe do a few strokes, and that would be it. But after just 2 laps, I noticed something shocking. Within just a few laps, I felt the same kind of healthy exertion I get from a long walk, but without the joint pain that usually comes with it. The difference was that I didn't feel that stabbing pain in my knees or the tightness in my hips. It was just pure exertion without the punishment. That's when I knew there was something here, something worth pursuing. Another thing I noticed right away was how different my body felt after swimming compared to walking. Walking is great, but when I finish, I sometimes feel stiff, sore, and beaten up. Swimming leaves me the opposite. I come out of the water feeling almost loosened, like my limbs have had more freedom to move than they usually do. My shoulders, arms, chest, and even my core get involved in ways that walking just can't touch. And afterward, instead of hobbling back to my place with sore feet, I actually feel refreshed. It's almost like swimming acts as a reset button for my body, giving me a break from the impact of walking while still making me stronger. One of the biggest surprises has been discovering muscles I had forgotten I even had. After that first real swim, I woke up the next morning with soreness in places that walking had never touched. My back, my arms, my chest, everything was talking to me, and instead of being discouraged, I loved it because it reminded me that swimming isn't just cardio, it's resistance training too. Every stroke you take, the water is pushing back. Every kick you do, your legs are fighting resistance. It's like lifting weights without ever stepping foot in a gym. And the cool part is, the resistance is gentle, so it builds you up without breaking you down. And then there's the endurance side of things. Swimming forces you to control your breathing, to pace yourself, and to find a rhythm. It's not just about moving your arms and legs, it's about syncing your whole body with your breath. And for someone like me, carrying extra weight, that has been huge. It teaches you patience. It teaches you how to push through when you want to stop. It conditions your lungs, your heart, and your muscles all at once. Another benefit that often gets overlooked is circulation. Water puts gentle pressure on your body as you move through it, and I've noticed that it helps reduce swelling in my legs. After a long walk, my calves sometimes feel tight and swollen, but after swimming they feel light, almost like the pressure of the water has flushed everything out. That alone makes it worth it on days when my lower body feels heavy. On top of the physical, there's also a mental side to swimming that's hard to describe until you've done it consistently. There's something freeing about being in the water, weightless, with the world quiet around you. It feels almost meditative at times. The stress of the day fades away when you're submerged, and for a few minutes, it's just you and the rhythm of your strokes. I didn't expect swimming to be a stress reliever, but it absolutely is. And when you're on a weight loss journey, stress matters. Stress leads to bad decisions, overeating, and giving up. Anything that helps reduce stress automatically makes the journey easier. Now, let's talk about calories. This is where I have to be really honest. With walking, it's pretty simple to estimate how much you're burning. You've got step counters, fitness apps, watches that tell you how many calories you've torched. Swimming is trickier. You stop, you rest, you float for a minute, then you go again. It's not a steady, continuous burn the same way walking is. There are calculators online that try to give you a number based on your weight and your pace, but honestly, I've found it to be more complicated, and right now I'm not obsessing over the exact number. I go by feel. I know my heart rate is up. I know my muscles are sore afterward. I know I come out of the water tired but energized at the same time. That tells me everything I need to know that I just got in a real workout. What makes me excited is how sustainable swimming feels. With walking, there are days when I push through the pain, days where I just grit my teeth and keep moving. With swimming, I don't feel that same dread. I look forward to it. I actually enjoy it. And in a weight loss journey, that's gold. Because the truth is, the best exercise is the one you'll actually keep doing. If you hate it, you won't last. But if you enjoy it, you'll stick with it. And for me, swimming has become that thing I look forward to. The way I see it, swimming has given me a whole new layer of possibility. It's cardio without punishment. It's strength training without weights. It's recovery without rest days. It's stress relief without effort. It checks so many boxes at once that I can't imagine not doing it now. And as someone who has spent years trying to find the right balance between pushing my body and not destroying it, swimming feels like a gift. So here's where I'll wrap this up. If you're heavy like me, if you're just starting out, or even if you've been walking for a while and your body is starting to complain, don't overlook the pool. Don't let the fear of being seen or the hassle of getting wet hold you back. Swimming is a serious workout, a full body challenge, and an incredible tool for weight loss. And no, I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing what's working for me. But I can say this, every time I step out of the pool, I feel better than when I went in. And that, to me, says it all. If you want to follow along with my journey, if you want real updates from someone who's actually in the trenches, not preaching from the sidelines, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'll figure this out together, one step, one lap at a time. Because at the end of the day, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and giving your body a chance to change.